Game week 12 belonged to proud Salah owners and captainers. And then there were owners who had Saka, Cunha, and Joao Pedro in the same team, which made their lives extremely easy. So it has been a season where non-Haaland owners have completely feasted. And when we walk into game week 13, it is that kind of a week where captaincy position is kind of dicey because Salah plays City, Haaland plays Liverpool, and then Palmer is hosting Villa. So a lot of questions are there in terms of who can be captain. And to make it a bit spicier, we have brought in our manager of the week, game week 12 from JPL, Ishank Garg, who happens to be a Liverpool fan, extremely buoyant right now when it comes to ranks. And he has made sure with the transfers that he has in his hand that he won the manager of the week last week and also has been piling up the ranks. So he was 3.1 million before game week 12, and now he's comfortably sitting in 472k. So welcome, Ishank. Me and Sushank welcome you on the preview for game week 13.
Welcome,
Thank you
Ishank.
so much, Yashaswa. Thank you, Ishank.
So Sushank, how was game week 13 for you before I move to Ishank?
Game week 13 was good.
Game week 12, sorry.
It was good on Liverpool front, but it was not good for non-Salah owners.
Yeah,
I
that
had
is the reason
Cunha,
why.
I have Joao Pedro, and I didn't have Salah. So until that haul from Salah, I was going good. But then that haul disrupted everything on FPL point. But with Liverpool, I will take that any day.
Okay, so sacrificing for Liverpool basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. So coming to Ishank, I see you have everyone in your team. Then the differentials were Flecken and Mykolenko. So overall, just walk us through your team because this looks like a pretty balanced team, apart from non-United players. Because there were a lot of people who jumped on the bandwagon of bringing in Bruno Fernandes or probably Garnacho. Mazarui was also there, but
Yeah.
you are not having anyone. So any specific reason behind that?
No, like currently, like before this game week, in game week 11, like I had three free transfers. So from game week 12, I had my initial plan was actually to bring Nicholas Jackson for Watkins. But then what happened was Brighton versus Man City was the match, and where Joao Pedro came and just totally defeated Man City by his own. So then I saw like Joao Pedro was only I guess 5.4. So I saw the opportunity to
Mm-hmm.
upgrade from to Cole Palmer, which I initially wanted from the start, but I was not able to fit him in. So what I saw was like I can, if I can remove Garnacho to Cole Palmer, and then I can transfer out Watkins to Joao Pedro, and also Solanke blanked in that game week very heavily against
Correct.
his pitch. City lost. Oh, sorry, Spurs lost.
Yeah.
So I was like I was done with Solanke. He was not giving me any points. So I decided to get in Cunha, who was in very much good form, and I thought, okay, like we can give a try. Let's see, and it paid off massively.
It definitely was a massive 96 pointer because average gave me points of 49. So, Sushank, what do you think about his team?
It's an amazing team, but more than the team, I think his planning has been immaculate. I mean, in the last three game weeks, which is game week 10, 11, and 12, Ishank has made seven transfers without any negative hit, which is tremendous because he has been carrying those three transfers. And then in the last game week, he shipped out Solanke, as he said, Watkins and Garnacho, and bought in
Mhm.
Palmer, Pedro, and Cunha. And I don't have to say anything. The, the overall score says it all.
Right,
So
right.
take us through those moves, Ishank, just briefly, like about saving transfers and then using it so effectively.
See, actually, like from the start of the FPL, my FPL start was quite bad. Actually, I was a non-Haaland owner, and he was just having hat tricks back to back. And I was actually initially thinking while in my wildcard six draft to have Haaland back, but then in game week 5, Man City versus Arsenal, Rodri got injured. So I was
Yeah.
like, maybe now it will definitely affect City. So I was thinking maybe what I can do is I will do the wild card and I will build a better team, like having the likes of Saka. At that time, Spurs fixtures was also quite good. So I brought in Solanke, Poro. I brought in Gabriel, and I thought like I will save 2 to 3 transfers. If this team still not works after wildcard, then I will get Haaland in 3 moves. I had that planning, but then it worked wonders. I mean, like my even not as Salah owners also, like Mbeumo and Saka, I made them captain and they returned heavily. So I was like,
True.
okay, I will carry on with no Haaland team. Then for game week 12, I specifically saw that Chelsea fixtures were going very good.
True.
So, like I said, like my initial plan was only to bring Jackson, but I saw the opportunity because of João Pedro. So I removed Watkins and got the funds to proceed with Palmer. Only Madueke came in between. Otherwise, Palmer was denied a goal.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
yeah, for sure.
that, that was a very good match. And João Pedro, I mean, he's been playing superb since he has come back from injury, and
Yeah.
now currently I'm hoping that he can in return be with against Southern also in this week.
And don't remind me of that Palmer missed goal chance because of Madhu Eke,
Even
because
I was.
I had captained him, my friend. He was my
Oh my
captain.
god,
It
he
is
is my
not
captain
just
this week actually.
it was not just a goal, it was also a bonus point I had to sacrifice because of that.
It was surely Palmer would have got the bonus and I would have reached
Yeah,
above 100.
yeah,
I was so
yeah,
like
man.
I don't know like how it didn't went in.
That just tough luck, man. Sometimes just things don't go your way. Like it was
And
an easy
also
open goal. Yeah,
even also finally as a Flecken owner I got a CS. I mean I was just at one time he was in one of the game weeks he was getting 12 points and it was reduced to 4. And
yeah,
suddenly I saw against Everton I thought definitely he will concede goals but he gave me 9 points which actually
yeah,
proved to be my differential. And even
yeah.
Mikolenko
Very,
also returned in that week.
yeah,
I
very
literally zero.
surprisingly, first clean sheet of the season, and nine, like he has been giving us save points very, because almost everyone has flicken. So yeah, that was nice of him to give those points.
Yes.
But I can see in your team the defense also looks quite, I'll not say expensive, but quite stable with Mikolenko, Gabriel, and Eight Nuri. Eight Nuri has great fixtures. As you
Yes.
rightly said, your mid has Salah, Saka, Palmer. That's a great combination. All
Hmm.
three are there on the penalty again. Pedro is in penalty, Cunha is on penalty, Mbiomo is on penalty. So that's a great score to have. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's some
actually,
nice
initially
brains
I
over there.
thought of bringing only because of
Yeah,
penalties because I was sure like if three of them will get penalties, they should be the taker. So one of
correct.
my thinking to why to bring these 3 minutes.
So what's your planning, Ishank, to add to this amazing, like, already existing amazing team? What are the transfers that you are aiming for going ahead?
Currently, I only have one free transfer. So
Hmm.
currently, what I was thinking was to remove Jamie Vardy because
Hmm. Yeah,
Leicester. I mean, recently they have sacked the manager. So currently, I don't know
yeah.
whether he will start also or not. And so once I was looking for Isak as a potential, but currently I don't have the funds. But
Yeah,
then
you have
Newcastle again lost to West Ham midweek. I don't know like
that.
what to expect from Newcastle. So one of the transfer which I'm currently aiming for is Delap because his
Hmm.
pitch fixtures are quite good, and
Correct.
he is starting every match playing up front, and he is a very good goal threat as well. I think against Spurs he returned with 2 goals if I'm correct. And
Correct.
so one most probably I will transfer out Jamie Vardy for Delap because this week I don't have Semenyo because of his red card,
Correct, correct.
and so I'll have to play with 4 mid and my all 3 strikers. And
Correct.
the
So then,
second one I was planning here was
mhm,
for Guardiola, but I think Ty is fit now. I think Slot confirmed that.
yeah.
Yes, I
So
got. I
so
mean,
so
got the news about it.
yeah. So which meaning probably it's almost locked for you that you would be bringing in a forward in your squad in place of Jamie
Jimmy
Vardy,
Vardy.
which will probably give you a price width of somewhere around 6.2 million, if I'm not wrong, because there is zero point 0.6
Huh.
in your bank now.
Yes, correct.
Okay. So I believe
And
Didela becomes a
even
good viable option then. Yeah.
Delap, I'm thinking I can try him for 3 4 weeks. Mostly he will be on bench. Only because of Semenyo red card, I have to play my third striker. Otherwise, he would Semenyo only would have started. And in the defense, one keeper I am looking is for Verbruggen. Brighton has some
Mhm.
very good fixtures, and Flecken.
Correct.
I mean, Flecken has given me his first clean sheet, so I'm not expecting anything. Even though this week he is facing Leicester, so hopefully he can give another clean sheet. But if not, then I was thinking of moving to Verbruggen. Brighton has some good fixtures, and they might keep CS, but he can contribute in save points as well. And also
Got
one
your
more
point.
concern currently I'm having is with actually with MBMO, because
Hmm.
MBMO for the past three matches has not looked great. I mean, as though Benford also is not playing that good, but
Correct.
Yeah,
MBMO, like, he's not that much into the box, and penalties if he gets, he can score. But that's why I was aiming for Bruno, if I had to move some funds. But now Amorim, under Amorim also, I observed one thing in that match against Ipswich,
yeah,
that Bruno was actually playing quite deep once Holland
correct.
and Zugzi came on. So we'll have to first see Manchester United, like how they are playing for 3 4 weeks at least. So to understand like what is the Amorim era and everything, then we can maybe target Bruno, because he is a very good FPL. Actually, I had Bruno from starting also, but in those first 4 5 weeks, he gave me nothing, so I removed him in wildcard.
Oh,
That makes sense. Uh, I'll like to ask a question to Yashaswa. Yashaswa,
hmm,
any plans? What are your plans for this game week? Because Visa and all the players for you have been giving quite consistent return. But last week,
right,
apart from Salah, almost every player blanked for you. So, what
exactly.
would be your plans for this game week?
So the thing is, I was ranked 24th in JPL, and I came down to 49 at the end of the game week. But thanks to Salah, as I captained him, I was somewhere in 49. Otherwise, I would have crashed down to 70, 75. So plans for game week are pretty simple. A lot of people are banking on Joao Pedro. So that is the probable potential move that I would be doing in place of Raul, because Fulham are playing probably Tottenham, and it is kind of an easier fixture swing for Brighton in upcoming game weeks. So I wanted to cash on that. Uh, I just have one free transfer, so I won't be taking any negatives. I'll just do this and I'll play 3-4-3 as it was last week around, um, hoping that Joao Pedro performs well, because I don't have Cunha, and I'm compensating on that because Cunha, brought down my ranks badly. So hopefully Visa turns up this game week against Ipswich, and Joao Pedro scores against Southampton. But then, if Visa performs, that means he's a differential for me, and
Yeah,
definitely that
yeah,
is going to help me in boosting my ranks. I don't have Saka, so that is going to impact me. But overall, if you see at my back, so I have Aitnuri, Mazarui, and the third person is going to be probably Robinson, because it is between Robinson and Kukurea. So
Kukurela.
both are like uh, difficult ones to hold on to clean sheet. But then, yeah, my formation is going to remain 3-4-3. It's just that I'm going to play around with my third defender. That is the thing. But yeah, my potential transfer, Joao Pedro comes in place of Raul.
No, Robinson makes sense for your team as well because you have a Chelsea double defense. You have Sanchez
Yeah.
in your goal as well as Kukurea. So yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, cells would be coming in for this
Oh, okay.
game.
Oh yeah, you have quite a good bench apart from Sangare for sure. Everyone is a starter.
Sangare has been with me for from game probably game week 2 when I did the wild
Two
card.
from Wildcat.
So he's stuck
Yes.
basically with 4.4.
As we're talking about fixtures, I like to
Yeah.
check with you how big a part does it play while selecting a player.
Now you're talking to me or Ishan?
I'm asking to both of you. Let's start with Ishank first.
Yeah.
So regarding fixtures, I only like for the FDR rating, on FPL website. So like I am also a fixtures manager only. So I like if a team has good fixtures. Also, form does depend. I mean, if the team, like for example, currently Liverpool are in very good form. Even though
True. Yeah.
we are Man City, but Man City are been going some. I think Pep Guardiola never lost. I mean, 4 5 matches in the Premier League, that too on the trot.
Right.
So I don't know what to expect from City for Sunday, but for these fixtures, I was looking for Brighton, and even though United also has some good games, but I have to see how Amorim plays. Ipswich is the one team which I'm currently like I will get Delap, and I was thinking of if I had to remove some defender. For example, I recently heard that Arteta said that Gabriel is, I don't know whether he will play or not.
Yeah.
He is a doubt for this game week.
Right.
So if by chance if I have to make a hit for a transfer, then I was thinking of Davis as a potential differential. And from West Ham, one team for West Ham part, I was thinking like this manager will get sacked, Lopetegui. but I think they have turned it around in last two matches. So I
Yeah,
honestly I quite like West Ham team. Like they have some
yeah,
very good FPL assets, especially Bowen, and also their
Right.
even
correct.
striker, even that keeper currently Fabianski is playing, so that is very good. We have a 4 million backup option, and I like
Yeah,
Aaron Wan-Bissaka from defense because I feel like once Everton fixtures goes bad, and West Ham fixtures are very quite good from that point. I think it's from
correct.
15 or 16. So I was thinking like
Yeah,
if, I thought maybe by that time West Ham manager will be sacked and then we can have a look at West Ham assets. So currently this is my thinking.
correct. That is the prime reason why we put in this slide right now, because you mentioned just few minutes back you mentioned about Delap, you mentioned about Brighton defender, Brighton keeper Vergurugen, and right now about West Ham. So I believe this picture in front of us right now in this on the screen probably tells us the reason why you are opting to go for those players.
Yeah.
Yashasvi, your views on this?
Uh, I'm kind of a fixture and form guy. Basically, fixtures do play a part, as Ishan told, but at the same time, you've got to look at the form as well. The form currently Salah is in, I believe he might score against City, and if he does, giving him the cap wouldn't be a bad option
So
last couple of weeks.
again, yeah, again, a question to both of you. In games where the fixtures are a bit tough, is it a good thing to go for a differential who has been scoring us point so as to catch the ranks, or is it a very bold move? Ishank, you
I think
first.
you can we can move for differential. I think there is a very high upside because see, like for example, in my situation, I was at around game week 5 or 6. I was already around very late, 6 or 7 million. So I almost brought Haaland in, but I thought of maybe I can extend and we can still go without Haaland. And that and ultimately, at least for me this season, it paid me massively. Without Haaland, I went in those 3 weeks and it returned to me. So I guess you can do that. Most important is like whichever player you are targeting, you just need to see how well he is playing in at least 2 3 matches, just to have an idea. For example, if I'm getting a mid, I have to see like he should be at least around near or inside the box. And if it is on set pieces as well, then it's very good. So I think if
Okay.
even for the fixtures part, you can go with the differential. That's not an issue.
Yeah.
And
Am
you,
I audible?
Yashasva? Yes, we can hear you now. Yeah,
Yeah.
we can hear you. Your take on
So
captaincy, Yashasva?
my take would be basically I'm inclined towards Haaland, sorry Salah. Haaland इतना ज़्यादा दिमाग में बैठ गया है ना, मतलब इतना ज़्यादा फेल हुआ है कि Haaland Haaland नहीं करता है. So I'm pretty much inclined towards Salah considering his form.
Yeah.
Then there is Joao Pedro against Southampton. He has performed well in the last 2 game weeks. So this is my prime reason for bringing him in. I want a differential captain because if Salah blanks and if Joao Pedro scores, so that is going to boost my ranks. I have to be somewhat I mean I'll have to take some risks in order to catch up the ranks and to do good, but it has its drawbacks. Obviously if Salah goes on to score a couple of goals, then definitely the ranks are going to come down, but I'm going to give my captaincy band to Joao Pedro this week.
Wow, that's quite a bold move. I asked this question because I am thinking of captaining Cunha against Bournemouth.
That's a nice move.
That's a good move. That's a good move.
Yeah, because I think these are the games where you can probably take a risk. Yeah,
Right.
great.
But it's a nice thing that you mentioned over here if manager is sacked for West Ham.
Yeah,
Yeah,
The
because
thing is,
I personally I don't
yeah,
like that manager. I don't know. West Ham, I think West Ham is a very good team, and they
it
have some
is. Yeah,
fantastic players, but it's not clicking. I think under David Moyes, they were actually quite good to watch as well. Sometimes, I mean,
quite free to
Bowen
attack.
was,
Yeah, quite free to
yes,
attack.
and Bowen was a very good FPL asset. This season, he's being totally wasted. So I feel if a manager change does happen at West Ham, the we can surely look at West Ham players. They would be very good.
Great. Anything, Yashasva, you or Ishank, you would you like to add in terms of FPL 13?
Currently, my biggest dilemma this week is captaincy only because this week actually, I mean, many good players have some very good game week, but
Yeah,
like currently, as Salah is in some crazy form, and he is playing Man
yeah,
City. Uh, Even though Man City are not in form, but I am expecting them to have a very good game against us. Like that's not even a question. So currently, my captain currently is Cole Palmer, because I was
Mhm.
thinking, because Palmer is facing a Villa side who are actually for the past 3-4 weeks are not playing good,
Mhm.
and all. Maybe because might be because of some Champions League midweek. So maybe
Fixtures congestion, yeah, fixture
fixtures
congestion,
congestion.
and Watkins did play 78 minutes midweek again. Yeah,
So that is why I was thinking maybe I can go with Cole Palmer, because Cole Palmer actually, and also he's had a midweek
he's
rest. He's
due.
not playing in Conference
Yeah.
League. So I was thinking maybe I can try with Cole Palmer. So currently is it with Cole Palmer, but I don't know. Maybe I can change it to Salah last moment. It's still a dilemma for me for this game week at least.
Okay. So it's a bold strategy, considering how Palmer hasn't performed well in the last
Yeah,
few games.
actually,
And Aston Villa cannot be considered as a poor team because Villa are playing in Champions League. But yes, it is the
Yep.
fixture congestion, as everybody is talking about, which is probably getting on them. And they have started prioritizing UCL, it seems so. So this could be one of the reasons. But then considering fixture congestion at the same time, the festive period that is coming through. So it's a good move. It may pay off. And if it does, then definitely it is going to help you out. Sushank, your captain would be Cunha. That is what you're going with.
Currently, I have my armband on Palmer, but
Okay.
I'm thinking of this move because not many managers they have Palmer and Salah in their team. So I'm thinking it is either going to be Palmer or it's going to be Cunha. So there are this captaincy polls which goes through in multiple groups. So if I
Right.
see too much Palmer over there, if I see too much Palmer over there, then I might shift to Cunha because I want
same.
my
Even I.
captain to be a differential. I want my
Yeah,
captain to be a differential. But then if there are not too many people towards Palmer, then probably I'll go towards Palmer because I see both to be a nicer fixtures. The only advantage of a midfielder being a captain is it gives you that extra goal point and a clean sheet
Right.
point as well. So that's an
Right.
advantage.
Right. Yeah. So coming to Ishank, you've been a part of JPL for quite some time now. I see your comments everywhere because you've been extremely active, be it on our YouTube
yeah.
channel, be it on our Twitter handle. Then you're active in the discussion group as well. So overall, how has JPL impacted your life in terms of FPL and other sports?
Yeah, actually, I am having a fun time in JPL. Since I think it's around 2 to 3 years I have joined, and I'm enjoying. Like, definitely, it has made me a better FPL player. Even though,
Right,
like, when I was having the dilemma for the game week 6, I put on a question, and many people, like, one thing I very much like about JPL is how much people help each other. It's not like, yes, it is competitive, but like if you are asking any questions, anything like what could be a good strategy, everything, they're like people are helping, genuinely helping out there.
right,
So that's one of the aspects I love about JPL, and also banter is also quite good. We all enjoy whenever other team loses, and I'm like also like one more thing is we some transfer. I mean, this team leaks also news we get from JPL. Sometimes
correct,
sometimes it could be fake, but sometimes it is. Most of the times it is very good. So it does help me for, at least for my decision how I planning captaincy, and it's a very good also for me. Like when I watch Liverpool matches, I'm already in some other mode, like already in so much tension, and then if you
right,
can
right.
keep on communicating with the group, it feels good. Okay, like so that I enjoy enjoy it a lot.
So, Sushank, just to give you a highlight, basically, Ishank is one of the most active members in JPL discussion group. Probably he also watches the TV while while I mean टीवी भी हाथ टीवी चलता रहेगा साथ में मोबाइल रहेगा और कैसा रहता है ना कि मतलब ही पोस्ट एवरीथिंग सो क्विकली बाकी लोगों का हॉटस्टार चलता रहेगा बट आई एम प्रीटी श्योर ईशांक टीवी पे देखता है
Star
बिकॉज
Sports.
मेरी और
Yeah.
ईशांक की स्पीड ऑलमोस्ट मैच करती है but as you said that JPL has helped you in gaining the ranks. I could see from your ranks in 2021 you were 40K. In
My
2022,
friend.
23 you were 38K. So overall बहुत बढ़िया रहा है. And we are glad that you are a part of JPL because क्या है कि ऐसे passionate fans from any of the clubs, if they come and join us, it basically
Yeah.
helps us only as a community.
Yeah.
So it's extremely. I mean, when I saw your name, when I saw that Ishank has won Manager of the Week, I was so happy because you are one of the most active members from the group. So it felt really nice, and I congratulate on winning Game Week 12.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yashas, I would also like to take this opportunity to thank Ishan because time and time again he has been a motivating factor when it comes to our videos. So thank you,
Right.
Ishan, for motivating us time and time again. We really appreciate that.
Thank you.
So it was nice having you, Ishan. So this is probably going to be a week of differential captains. Ranks are
Yeah.
going to come here and there. Somebody is going to suffer. Either it's going to be me, it's going to be Ishank, or definitely Sushank. So let's see who is the one who is going to suffer the most. When we come back for Game Week 13 review, we are going to reveal who suffered the most. And it was pleasure hosting you, Ishank, and we hope to see you
Thank
again
you.
soon. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Fun talking to you.